up, everybody? Phil back for Upcas of the Past. I'm doing a little bit different video on this one. This is a toy grade dump truck. It's cool to have some dump trucks in my collection that don't cost $200. And it's not 16th. I don't know what scale it would be. It doesn't say what scale it is. It's about a foot long, maybe. It's probably like 32nd, maybe it's a little bigger for 32nd though, I don't know. That's what it looks like there on the box. Got it off Amazon. It's toy grade, like I said. It's got buttons that make noise and stuff. I wasn't worried about that. I just thought it was a neat looking little dump truck for what it was. Alright, we'll move on to start of the show. The Springflower, that's the name of the brand, Springflower Dump Truck. Alright, y'all, I'm back, and here it is, the Springflower Dump Truck. Got it off Amazon. It's about $26, I think. Plastic, but surprisingly the tires are rubber. That surprised me. I didn't think they would be, but they are rubber. Pretty cool little truck, not bad. Like I said, plastic, predominantly toy grade. The back of it here, let's measure him up first. We'll measure him up. Check it out real quick. Let's see. So front to back, yeah, it's right at. It's at 11.5, probably lengthwise. I think it said 12 on the post on the sales page for it. About 4 inches wide, and it's about 5 1/4 tall to the top of the cab there. So it does do some stuff. It's friction powered. Let me stop this again. It's friction powered. So you wind up the front wheels and it'll carry itself for so long. Probably not a long way. Now there's buttons up here. It's supposed to do something, but they really don't make much noise. But it does dump. You pump it up with that orange button right here. It dumps. The tailgate does open, and then this closes it back down, which is kind of cool. Friction powered means really need no batteries for it, at least to make it drive. But I don't think it'll go a long way though on that friction power, especially if you put anything in the back of it here. You can put dirt and stuff back there, and then like I said, it does dump. You can see that it dumps. I think the lights are supposed to work and all that, but I don't really worry about that too much. I just wanted a neat little looking dump truck that wasn't going to cost an arm and a leg. There's multiple on there. I might buy more. Not a bad looking little dump truck for what it is. Something agricultural, use it as an agricultural truck. Let's compare him to the big farm here. Another plastic 7430 big farm John Deere here. Now this is 1/16 scale, so I think that this truck is probably 32nd maybe. Let me grab a 32nd. I've got any 32nd close. Not really. It has to be 24th maybe. I don't know. Okay. Here's a 32nd scale Magnum. I think it's like 24th. It looks a little bit too big for that, right? Or am I wrong? It might be. I don't think it's 16th though. I just don't think it's quite big enough for 16th. It doesn't have a scale on the box, so not a bad looking little truck though for what it is. Like I said, definitely toy grade. You gotta keep that in mind. Alright, y'all, close out my video. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is Phil, Replicas of the Past. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk again soon.